Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Syahmina binti Asri, and today I'm going to present about market and stock analysis for the company of Heng Yuan, Petron Malaysia, Sunway Berhad, and IJM. So for the introduction, we can see that Heng Yuan and Petron are oil and gas industry, which is the company focusing on refining and marketing, and also petroleum and supply chain in Malaysia. So for the Heng Yuan, we can see that Heng Yuan having a revenue up to 12% and having a net loss negative 357 million ringgit in 2024, but lately they're having a positive momentum and price rising 6% in with high volatility. So for the Petron M, the Petron M improved in refinery efficiency and cost effective, also having a strong high net profit quarter in 2025. They're having 18 million from 69.7 million ringgit. So for the Sunway Group Berhad and IJM, they are in property and construction companies development image of Malaysia. So for the Sunway having a strong technical analysis momentum. Even the technical analysis are having an overbought indicator, but the market is still on a bullish momentum, which means it's a good for the traders to keep on investing in the market. And also they're having a solid fundamental target profit, which is reached 53%. And for the IJM, IJM have a high impact potential in breakout zone. Also, breakout zone with mixed momentum signal and strong reputation with high standard in delivering infrastructure.
Next one is a sector comparison with KLSI. The energy and mineral sector is chosen for a comparison due to its exposure to renewable energy transition, trade, employment, and industrial growth in Malaysia. While it offers economic opportunities, a drop in stock price can reduce investor confidence, affect government revenue, and trigger a capital flight if the sector holds significant economic weight. The second one is the constructions and infrastructure sector is vital due to the strong demand support by the large-scale projects and public investment. So its performance often depends on the political and economic stability, making it attractive during growth phase. In contrast, the FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLSCI represent the border economy with a stable dividend-paying companies. So it's appear to conservative and income-focused investor offering a relative resiliences during economic downturns.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq Aiman bin Sudin. So today I will explain about stock analysis Heng Yuan Refining Company Berhad. So for the company overview, Heng Yuan Refining Company Berhad, which the stock code 2911. This company engaged in refining, manufacturing and selling petroleum product in Malaysia. This product range include liquefied petroleum gas, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, fuel oil components, sulfur like gasoline, and methanol. This company, formerly known as a Shell Refining Company Federation of Malaysia, Berhad. This company rebranded to Heng Yuan Refining Company Berhad in March 2017. This company established in 1960, headquartered in Port Dickson, Malaysia. This company operates as a subsidiary of Malaysian Heng Yuan International Limited. Next, we move to comparison performance analysis on 1st July 2034 until 30 June 2025. KLSE above the Heng Yuan Refining Company Berhad. This indicates that Heng Yuan is underperformance, which is negative 39.64%. Relative to KLSE, which is negative 4.08%. This indicates that too much factors that happen on this company. There are a lot of reasons that I can provide. For example, narrowing crack margin, stock holding losses from falling oil price, the shutdown of the key production unit, and forex pressure from a weaker USD. So next about price pattern. So I have found two price pattern in this range. So for the first one, double top. So as we can see, from December 2024 until January 2025. So why this double top is a valid price pattern? Because the price almost make a same peak price and followed by bearish price. So this is a valid reversal pattern because the price failed to break from the resistance line. For the second one, descending triangle. As we can see, descending triangle was formed at April 2035 until mid-May 2025. So why descending triangle is a valid price pattern? Because the price make a lower high with a resistance price at 1 ringgit 60 cent before the price make a breakout. So next we move to technical overlay and oscillator analysis. So for the first one, simple moving average 100. As we can know, the SMA 100 is a technical indicator that is used for long-term investor. The SMA 100 also a lagging indicator and reduce short-term noise. So as we can see the chart, the stock price is at 1 ringgit 66 cent. So while the SMA 100 value is 1 ringgit 73 cent. Since the current price is trading below the SMA 100, it indicates the market is in downtrend. For the second one, simple moving average 20 and 50. This SMA 20 and 50 used for short-term investor. So as we can see from the chart, the stock price is at 1 ringgit 67 cent, while the SMA 20 value is at 1 ringgit 74 cent, and SMA 50 value is at 1 ringgit 66 cents. Since the SMA 20 cross over SMA 50, it's showing the market to buy this stock for short-term investor. Next for indicator that I use is directional movement index. So as we can see from the chart, the ADX line is in moderate trend strength, which is 28.9162. This value between 20 and 40. This also positive DI was crossover negative DI, which are 33.5103 and 29.2133. This showing a bullish signal. Investors are advised to buy this stock. For moving average convergence divergence MACD, this MACD line cross below the signal line, which are 0.018 and 0.035. This indicating a shift in momentum to the downside. This cross below was used an initial confirmation for a downward movement. Investors are advised to sell their stock. Last indicator is relative strength index RSI. So based on the chart, as we can see, the RSI at the point of 44.75, which indicate bearish momentum, but was still below the overbought thresholds of 70 and oversold below 20. But the RSI line also below RSI base MA, showing a downtrend momentum. So investors are advised to sell their stock. So based on analysis that I explained, for the future direction as of 30 June 2035, investor may reconsider to sell stock Heng Yuan Refining Company Berhad after analyzing the chart. So for the recommendation that I can provide for existing investor, You all need to continue to sell because price remains in an unhealthy downtrend. No strong signs of a major rising price. The indicators such as MACD, RSI, and SMA 100 show weakness. For new or potential investor, I would like to advise to wait and see approach recommend because this company's momentum's too much slow and also no clear breakout yet. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nohernisa Bint Halizam and I will be presenting about the Petron Refining Berhad, stock code 3042, with focus on its company of background performance, technical analysis, and also the investment recommendation. Let's start with the company overview. Petron Malaysia is a long-established oil and gas company. It's founded in 1893 and successfully listed on the Bursa Malaysia in 2012. So it's offer a variety of retail and commercial fuels, including the gasoline, naphtha, jet fuel, and low sulfur waxer residue. Petron also do a market lubricants like engine oils, industrial grease, and also liquid petroleum gas (LPG). Petron Malaysia underperformed the market with a YTD decline of negative 24.36% compared to the FTSE Bursa Malaysia negative 4.08%. So in the third quarter of 2024, a net profit plunged 64.3% to RM4.63 million, mainly due to the reduced fuel demand, a lower refinery productions, and a failing oil price. Global uncertainty such as a China economic slowdown, US interest rate cuts, and Saudi Arabia move to boost oil production added to the further pressure. So in the fourth quarter of 2024, Petron posted a net loss of RM70 million caused by a weak refining margin, following crude price and maintenance shutdown at the Port Dickson refinery. So, however, in first quarter 2025, the company saw a 16% net income increase to RM81 million due to the optimized production and effective risk management. Yet, total sales volume fell by 6% mainly because of a lower diesel demand and reduced export of key products like low sulfur, waxy residue, and naphtha. From 1 July 2024 to 30 June 2025, Petron Malaysia's stock price declined consistently from RM4 ringgit 68 to RM3 ringgit 56, indicating a negative market sentiment and investor hesitation. So the main factor behind this is downward the low return on capital employed, ROCE, of only 2.2%, significantly below the industry average of 20%, significantly reduced profitability. So additionally, earnings dropped sharply in 2024 with a net profit falling from RM272 millions in 2023 to RM8 millions, mainly due to the weaker refining margin, sluggish a global oil demand, and China's slow economic growth. So despite a 60% recovery in first quarter of 2025, volume and margins remain under pressure. The chart shows two key price patterns for Petron Malaysia. Firstly is descending triangle around 13 December 2024 until 27 February 2025, a form after a downtrend and consolidation phase. The price declined from RM4 ringgit 11 to RM4 ringgit and 7, confirming a bearish continuation. Secondly is bullish flat at 13 May 2025 until 17 June 2025, following a price rally from RM3 ringgit and 27 to RM3 ringgit and 75. The stock briefly dropped to 3 ringgit and 57 before recovering to 4 ringgit and 4, indicating a potential reversal bullish. Next one is SMA 100. It's indicator that helps trader to identify trends and potential support and also resistance level. So in technical analysis, when SMA is below the price means that it is a downward. Meanwhile, if the SMA is above the price, it indicates that uptrend. So on 30 June 2025, the candlestick price is below the SMA 100, indicates that the stock is a downtrend. So it's suggesting that a bearish momentum, suggesting the investor to hold until it's reversal. Next one is RSI. So on 30 June 2025, chart is show a relative strength index. So these indicators represent that the stock is what neither overbought or oversold. So from this chart, trader may consider buying the stock since the stock is at 42.16 level, indicates that the stock still below the overbought level. The moving average convergence divergence besides help investor to recognize trend directions, momentum strength, and the potential to buy or sell. So based on the chart, the trend was showing a hold signal on 30 June 2025. So this proof when the signal line is above the MACD lines indicates that the momentum is weakening, followed with the bearish histogram. Secondly, stochastic on 30 June 2025, showing that K1 is stochastic on 30 June 2025, showing that the K line at the value of 0 is below the D line at the value of 8.57, indicates that the stock is in the oversold. So the investor need to wait more because the stock may be bounced or reversal soon. And chart beside shows that the ADX at 22, meanwhile for positive DI 20 and negative DI is 36, indicates that the trend is weak because the ADX line is in the middle of the line, indicates a weak trend to moderate trend. Meanwhile, for positive DI indicates the upward price movement, but it's still below the negative D1s, suggesting a strong downward price movement. So going forward, so the investors should recover their position. So the first one is MACD suggests to the hold due to the weak momentum. Secondly is RSI at 42 and 61 show a neutral sentiment with a potential to rebound. And the third one is stochastic oversold level suggests a possible short-term bounce. So, but without a confirmation of the bullish reversal, buying aggressively is not recommendation for this stage. One is for medium to a long-term investment. The recommendation of strategy is cautious but opportunistic. This means that the stock is currently under pressure. They need to avoid buying aggressive for now on and watch the sign of recovery. So need to keep updated on the news, upcoming news. They need to know the interest rate.
Next, I will present about the Sunway Construction Group Berhad or Suncon. Suncon is one of the top construction service in Malaysia. The company gives full design and construction service. The service include building like civil engineering, infrastructure and MEP, which is mechanical, electric and plumbing. Suncon main market in Malaysia, but the company also work at another country like Singapore and India. Next, from the chart, we can see the index for Suncon Construction is much better than the KLAC index. From July 2024 to June 2025, KLAC dropped by negative 4%, but the Sunway Construction increased until positive 53%. This shows the Sunway Construction has a very strong and stable fundamental. Even when the KLAC index went down, Sunway Construction was still able to go up. This means the company is strong and can survive during the weak market. Now let's look at the trend in 1 year period. Sunway Construction show an uptrend. Even though the stock dropped for the short term at the end of the 2024, it managed to go up again after that. The price continues to rise, showing that the uptrend is strong and still going on. For the price pattern, we can see that from the early to late 2024. A symmetry triangle was formed. The upper and the lower trend line became tight, showing that the market was in the sideways movement with no clear direction. Where was a breakout, but the volume was not strong. After that, the price touched to retest the resistance level, but failed to break out. After that moment, formed the strong bearish momentum candle and price drop and to the support and make a bounce at 3.28 ringgit. In early 2025, news come where Suncoin reached the revenue at 1.4 billion ringgit Malaysia, which is 60% increase in years on years. This news gives strong support to the price to go to the trend to continue the uptrend. Then the new pattern was formed, a bullish triangle. The price moved up and started to go the sideways, taking short break after before continue to the primary trend, which is uptrend. On 2 May, the price broke out with a strong volume, and the price continues to rise after that. Now we go to the indicator. I use moving average and Bollinger Band as my overlay indicator. I use 50 and 200 MA as to monitor the trend. Right now, the 50 line is above the 200 line. The gap between two lines is getting wide. This shows the strong uptrend momentum. For the Bollinger Band, the upper band and lower band is become wide now become tight and narrow. This means volatility is getting lower and the market now in the resting or consolidating phase. For the oscillator indicator, the first one we have MACD. Right now, the MACD line is below the signal line, which show the momentum is getting weak. But the MACD value is still above zero, so the trend line is still strong. It just means the price was losing some momentum, but the price is still can go up. Next, we look at the RSI. The current RSI value is 66, which is still in a safe zone. It does not show the overbought or oversold buy or sell signal. So if there are buy signal and RSI in the 66 is still safe to entry. Now we look at the stochastic indicator. The value is at the neutral level, which means there are no clear buy or sell signal at the moment. For the DMI, the Directional Movement Index, we can see the value for the ADS is 40, DI plus is 28, and the DI minus is 15. This means the momentum is on the buyer side, and it shows the clear buy signal. A high ADS like 40 also means the trend is a strong trend. Future direction: price will break resistance and fall again to support to retest the support before continue the uptrend. In this condition, better to hold until buy momentum get back the strength and when the breakout happen or retest on support level. For the recommendation for the assist investor, continue to hold price may in a healthy condition. No strong sign for the major drop. MACD show the slightly weakness but support at the 5 ringgit still hold. So RSI, stochastic and moving average suggest stable in the medium term. For the new investor, wait and see the approach recommendation. Price form a descending triangle. If the price drop the break the resistance can buy. If the breakout the support, maybe will retest the resistance and continue the uptrend. Safety to entry on a breakout above ringgit 6 with strong volume or near the strong support zone around 5 ringgit 30 cent to 5 ringgit 50 cent.
Okay, next I will present about company overview of IGM Corporation Berhad with stock code 3336. IGM Corporation Berhad is a construction company which located in Selangor, Malaysia, and it also operates in China, Singapore, and also India. Its core business is construction, property development, manufacturing, and quarrying, and also infrastructure. It's offer building construction, utilities, and civil engineering. So, this company listed in Bursa main market started in year 1986. When the capital reached RM 66 million with total asset of 172 million. Next, we will go through company performance analysis. As we can see from the graph, IGM performance has been relatively volatile. Around July 2024, the company experienced slightly decline of negative 0.07. This underperformance is largely attributed to weaker than expected Q1 result with revenue falling RM 86.9 million year over year. Another key factor is IGM's limited exposure to the rapidly growing data center sector. While this sector has been a major driver to growth for many companies, IGM has yet to fully capitalize on this trend. However, there's a positive shift by August 28, 2024. The company shows a sign of recovery supported by a stronger performance in its construction division and a mild rebound in Q2 revenue. Looking ahead, there's optimism surrounding IGM's potential project wins, particularly in the areas of data centers and industrial buildings. This development could position the company's stronger performance in the coming quarters. Okay, we will move on and focusing on the period from January 2025 to June 2025. This company show underperformance again, primarily due to monsoon-related construction delay and broader global market volatility. There is events around NVIDIA, Rocket Lab, and the Solana ETF contribute to the market swing. As shown in the chart, IGM's performance line frequently dipped below the FBM KLCI benchmark, especially between April and June. Although IGM reporting a strong Q4 core profit of RM 128.9 million, the market reaction was mute because investor had already priced in the expected result, which means if the investor have this stock, they already take profit when they heard of this news. Next, I will explain about trend line. There is two trend line, which is primary and secondary. The primary trend is downtrend and the secondary trend is uptrend. First, downtrend line starts from middle July 2024 until 30 June 2025. On July 2024 until September 2024 shows downtrend because of limited exposure to booming data center sector. On October 2024 to December 2024 shows mild recovery because Q2 revenue improved slightly. and there is anticipation of new projects win, and also market optimism from Malaysia's infrastructure budget. From January 2025 to March 2025 shows volatile because quarter 3 profits dropped to 74.2 million, delay from monsoon season and global market volatility. For the second trend, which is uptrend, from April 2025 to June 2025, because of strong profit that listed, which is RM 128.9 million, boosted from construction and port segment, and there is announcement of new project. The price pattern of IJM Corporation was showing a descending triangle, which means the price will continue uptrend after breakout, since descending triangle is a price continuation. Before this, the prior trend is uptrend, and the descending triangle was occur in the middle of July 2024 until the end of December 2024. The breakout had occurred on 27 December 2024 with the price of RM 3 ringgit and 2 cents, and it was confirmed uptrend on the next day with supported volume. That means the price will continue moving uptrend. Next, we will move on to indicator. The ADX showing the value of 25.63 that indicates the trend was moderately strong, as the plus DI shows 25.45 more than negative DI that shows 22.60. That means the trend was moving uptrend. However, gap between these two lines was very small, suggesting the bullish strength was not overwhelming. Next is for relative strength index RSI, showing that the trader can buy this stock because the value of 64.26 was shown in 30 June 2025. Is the RSI line also cross over the signal line, which indicates buy signal occur on this day. Next, we will move on to indicator MACD, moving average, convergence, divergence, and also stochastic. For MACD, the value of it shows that 0.05 and the signal was 0.06 on 30 June 2025, which indicate sell decision because the signal cross over MACD line. For stochastic, the K line is 83.21 and the D line. Next is SMA and parabolic support and resistance. On 30 June 2025, the SMA line was below the candlestick, which indicates that the trend was moving uptrend. The SMA value for that day is 2.27 with the current price 2 ringgit and 62 cents. This suggested that the stock was in long-term uptrend. Traders might see this as a confirmation to enter or hold for long position. But seller might wait for the sign of reversal. Next is parabolic support and resistance. On the same dates, parabolic support and resistance shows that the trend was just started moving uptrend after a small breakout happened. However, the investor must hold the decision to enter this stock because the trend was just started, because it only show one dots the investor can buy this stock when it reach 2 or 3 dots, which mean that the trend was confirmed.
Next, let we move to future direction. As we can see, based on the chart, IJM moved in uptrend direction after the price hit the lowest, which is at RM1.80, and after that the price movement show an upward direction because the price make a rounding bottom, and the volume on 9 March 2025 it shows spark in red volume momentum, but on the other day the green momentum show 2 days, which means buying and selling are stronger because the green volume goes higher with 2 time, which is on 21st March and 22nd March. So by looking at SMA and RSI, it has strengthened the decision for market to keep going upward because the pattern on the bottom is showing up. To tighten the upward trend, the exhaustion gap appear at the end of downtrend movement. So the price will be able to break the resistance at RM2.37, and the price will move higher up until to RM3.64, which means will hit the take profit or resistance. For the recommendation of medium to long-term investment, we can say that the best decision in the IJM market is to hold the market in long period because the market going to be in uptrend movement and the price will move higher after breakout the resistance. Then the share price in healthy condition, and the new buyer should keep an eye to price be pulled back. So for the last part, we can say that the analysis of these 4 companies, which is Heng Yuan, Petronem, Sunway, and IJM, by comparing with technical performance, market sentiment with FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI, Heng Yuan and Petron show a weak momentum due to volatile price and also lower refining margin with external economic pressure. And then the technical analysis for Heng Yuan showing a strong sell, while the Petronem show a mixed signal which leading to caution movement. So for the Sunway, Berhad, and also IJM, it's showing outperform the market support by strong fundamental, which means that showing they're having a positive investor sentiment. And for Sunway, showing an early sign of consolidation, which remains strong uptrend with potential for future gains. Then for the IJM show a reversal signal for the downtrend movement and now in a healthy uptrend movement with helping by indicator. For the long-term investors should be considered holding and accumulating share in Sunway and IJM. That's all from us. Thank you.